bad, it's not good news for you. It's great news for us. Because we serve a just God.
That's right.
A just God that repays and revenges the enemies of his people. That's what God said. So here's what we're going to do. Revelation is the New Testament. This is the New Testament. So the good news, actually read Revelation 1 verse 1.
Bring it up.
Let's see who this is.
Teach the people.
Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
So wait a minute. What is being revealed in Jesus Christ will come to pass. Right. So now jump to chapter 13. Read verse 10.
The book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
This came to pass. The children of Israel were led into captivity. That's a fact. Let's keep reading.
Shall go into captivity.
So, the children of Israel were led into captivity. So those that led them into captivity, he said this is not the gospel. This is the revealing of Jesus Christ.
Right.
This is the epitome of the gospel. Why? Because today our enemies are found liars. You have distorted the gospel. You have changed the gospel. You have perverted the gospel. But today, Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're going to get the true gospel. Thus saith the Lord. Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Those that led the children of Israel into captivity. Who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Guess what? The Spaniards led the natives into captivity.
Right.
Caucasians from Spain led the natives that were here into captivity. Europeans got the Israelites from the west coast of Africa and brought them here into captivity. Arabs got the Israelites from the east coast of Africa and brought them into captivity. Read that again.
He that leadeth into captivity.
We ain't leaving none of y'all out of this. It's not just the white man. It's the Arab man. It's the Chinese man. The Japanese man. It's every one of these nations are the enemies of God. Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All you nations that led the children of Israel into captivity, God says the gospel is you will go into captivity. It's only right. We serve a just God. We suffered for our sins. You're going to suffer for offending our God. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So Christ said this must come to pass. It will come to pass. Whether you like it or not. Because here's the thing, y'all shaking your head across the street, y'all feeling some kind of way. It actually gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling. It gives me hope. All of this that y'all built up on the backs of the slaves. Every part of this country was built on natives, was built on blacks. Every inch of it. And we never got $1 for it. But our God is going to repay us our just reward when we keep his commandments. Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Joshua 6, we all gonna read this together. It makes us feel good. Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity, shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity.
Isn't that only right? If you commit a crime, shouldn't there be a punishment for it?
Bring it out.
Hey, give me that in Exodus 22. If you steal at the man. 21:16.
Bring
Let's see
it
what
out.
God says. Because there's a penalty for what you've done. Read it again.
The book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man.
Were we not stolen?
Teach.
We didn't come here willingly. Right? Slave catchers riled us up and we were sold to the white man on those ships. Were we not stolen, brother, right here? Right, so let's read that again. Because they're talking about the Bible over there. Are they not? So let's read the same Bible that they have. Let's read it.
The book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man.
So anyone that steals a man, read.
And selleth him.
And does what?
And selleth him.
Were we sold, brother? We were sold. So you understand that. Were we sold? You understand that. Were we sold? You understand that. So why don't anybody else understand that? Because they're the ones who stole us and sold us.
or if he be found in his hand.
Were we not found in their possession? Were we not on their plantations, on their sugarcane fields, on their cotton fields? We were in their possession. Read.
He shall surely be put to death.
Wait a minute. That is the glorious gospel. We serve a just God. So guess what? You can't steal men.
That's right.
Have possession of those men and think there's not a repayment from God.
Bring it out.
This is what God says. But I thought that this country was built on the Bible. Oh, you weren't built on that though, right? Read it again. Oh, go ahead.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
So that would make makes sense in Revelation 13. In the New Testament, it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So there's a repayment. When Christ comes back, he's going to repay every single one of these nations. Every single one of them. That's why we are so hated. The Israelites, Israel not in Christ, is hated by the nations. Because we are the only one telling you who they really are according to the Bible. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
Wait a minute. Lo for them that build their house. This country is their house. Right? Because when you go into the hills, we drove around a little bit, right? Because I'm from Atlanta. So we drove around a little bit, and there's some nice big houses here. Right? You know that, right? Who's in those houses? Really? Hold on a second.
A combination.
Hold on. Yeah, a combination. Listen, you go in that neighborhood, they will be stopping you with a combination. You read that again.
Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
What's the unrighteousness? He stole a man and he possessed men. That's the unrighteousness. He killed. I thought you go to jail if you kill somebody. Right?
Bring it out.
100 million slaves were killed in the Middle Passage. 100 million. 77 million Native Americans were killed in this land.
Damn.
Who went to jail for murder?
Bring it out.
Say that again, brother. Read that again.
Woe unto him.
This woe means destruction unto him
that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
By building his house by thievery, by stealing, by murder. Go ahead.
And his chambers by wrong.
And his houses, his chambers, these mansions are built by wrongdoing. Let me tell you something. When they came to this side of the earth, was there people already here? Right here. Hold on one second. Did they look similar to this? Natives, right? Natives were here, right?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw a bunch of natives walking around? Just chilling, hanging out, having a beer.
Why the natives look different now than...
Oh, that's a very good question. Here's what you have. The natives range from your complexion to my complexion.
Right.
That's all the children of Israel. That's Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, meaning so-called Native Americans and Hispanics. They range in color, just like so-called blacks. Don't let geographical location, he's from that neighborhood, I'm from this neighborhood. Don't let that put a divide.
Right.
There's a saying. You ever heard of divide and conquer?
Teach.
Who was divided and who got conquered? You see the point? So we fell right into their hands and we still say the same thing today. They divided us and conquered us. But we are the greatest people, the most numbered people, the greatest nation on the face of this planet. Read that again.
Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that uses his neighbor's service.
That does what?
That uses his neighbor's service.
So wait, when you were on plantations, or your forefathers on plantations, did we get paid for it? No, right? So read that again. So we provided a service. What do we do on the plantation? Tell me.
Here you go.
What do we do? What? Right here, bro. What do we do on the plantations? We worked. We worked. Did we have vacation time? What did we have? We had nothing but hard labor. Read that part again.
That uses his neighbor's service without wages.
Without what?
Without wages.
Wait a minute. So the fact that you stole a man, you possessed a man, then that man that you possessed, you used his services and never paid him wages. The Bible is a true book. Keep reading.
And giveth him not for his work.
And don't pay him his just reward for his work. The natives weren't paid, because here's what they don't teach you. When you think of slavery, you think of so-called black people. But in 1492 upward, natives were enslaved in this land first. They were enslaved here and brought to Spain on slave ships. That's how Hispanics speak Spanish.
Right.
Bring it
They
out.
were enslaved by Spaniards.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.